Welcome back to my channel here at Dynamic Living, doing gig work and living a balanced life, combining gig work with work-life balance and making sure how to manage your time the right way on the road. If you're getting great value out of this channel, give me 2 thumbs up or 2 likes or a like on the app below, or subscribe to my channel as well too, where I'm also continuing my journey not only in gig work that I've been in for 6 years, but I'm also building my YouTube content creation, which I will definitely keep you posted on to let you know how I'm doing with that. I think that's probably the most important thing right now, because I want to be able to be very transparent and very authentic with you guys. Just like the ones that I've seen online, like Dodash, who blew up and inspired me so much. And if you're seeing this, thank you. And all the other ones that are out there right now, I can't remember all their names, but if hopefully in time we'll all connect on YouTube and be able to chat with each other. I love this positive, hopeful movement that's going on right now, because it's really inspired me to be able to come on here and actually do this, because I know that if they can do it, anyone can do it. And I want to keep it as authentic as possible. I mean, no fancy special effects, no fancy background, just me giving you the authenticity of my experience out there, as if you and I were just talking like normal. And speaking of the topic today, the topic that I'm going to be talking about today is basically, again, about time management. So imperative and so important. For instance, right now it's Sunday, and I'm already starting to plan out my entire week for the week, because I have set numbers and set goals that I want to be able to hit. Okay? Now, unlike a regular job or working for a regular company or a corporation, you have a boss and you have people that you have to report to every single day. So consistently, you have to be able to do that every single day. You have to be able to show up, punch in, whether you have a salary, whether you have an hourly rate, you have to report somewhere to generate an income. Well, that same strategy has to be built the same way for the gig economy, especially since you want to be able to create a consistent and indefinite income every single week. Time discipline, time management are so important. I can't stress that enough. You see, basically in the real world, you know how much you're going to get paid hourly. You know how much you're going to get paid salary-wise, hourly-wise. That's all great, but you still have to be able to show up constantly for that. In the gig economy, you have more freedom, more independence, and more flexibility. But with great freedom comes great responsibility. And you got bills, and you got expenses, and you have to know exactly how much you have to make in order to be able to pay your bills every single week. Now, here's the tricky part. This is the tricky part, is knowing the days that you work and the discipline you can put in for those days. Now remember, you don't have somebody telling you what to do. You don't have a manager over you. You don't have someone telling you you've got to show up at this time and then you leave at this time. The internal power comes when you show up yourself. When you can prove to yourself how many hours you have to work, how much time you have to put in. Only you can prove that to yourself. Now I'll give you a pure example. You want to be able to not burn yourself out. Doing deliveries, whether it's DoorDash, Grubhub, or Walmart Sparks, in my time that I've been doing for 6 years, is very repetitive. You're doing the same thing every single day. After a while, you start to know how to develop a market scheme and know how to be able to go into that market and work that market consistently every single day. And even when you get to that level, you're still going to have levels of uncertainty every single day. As I expressed in all my other past videos, work the time and you'll be fine. So you work the time. How do you work the time? By making sure you know how many hours you want to work per week. If you're a full-timer and you say to yourself, I want to work 40 hours a week, how does that look in a work week from Monday through Sunday? And if you want to establish work-life balance where you can have a life outside of gig work, then you have to know how that works. You have to be able to be a good planner. Mainly, I do all my planning inside my head, kind of like predicting more or less of where I want to do, what I want to do, where I want to go for the week. And even if you lay those plans out, you got to allow time for flexibility. Now, me, I'm more of a micromanager with myself. Okay, I hold myself accountable for anything and everything. You have to do the same for yourself. Hold yourself accountable. There's money out there in the gig economy, and whether you're using it to get you by, or build it for bridge income, or working it like me for 6 years while I've been doing YouTube content creation on the side, which I'm now experiencing right now, you are responsible for your time, your beginning time and your end time. That's it. That's it. You have to know when to start and when to end. Now, sometimes it's not always going to flow naturally. You may start your app, say, at 8 o'clock in the morning, but you may not see anything coming in between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. You may see then nothing comes in between 8 and 10. That's 2 hours right there. Burnt. Now you have the apps on, so you're waiting. And if you're doing everything based on your own standard formula because you don't want to travel every single place, you just want to stay in one market, work all the 3 apps, and work the hours. Then you follow that formula. You cannot expect the apps to send you good deliveries all the time. You have to expect handling your emotions, handling your feelings, following your strategies, following your rules, knowing full well that you have a start time and an end time. Now, even though the start time could be at 8 o'clock and you turn the apps on, you may not get a delivery until 9 o'clock. That's 1 hour gone right there. And maybe you may want to say, okay, well, I got this delivery at 9 o'clock. I'll mark this on my timer, so now I know I can start from there and work till 7 o'clock at night or till 8 o'clock at night, until whatever time frame you want to do, whether it's 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. It's up to you. But when you have those strategies in place, when you know how many hours you want to put in, this protects you from burnout. You want there to be work-life balance. And let me tell you something, every day is going to be different. It's all not going to be the same. Yes, it is the same as far as picking up items, but if this was a perfect system, oh my God, it's not. It's definitely not a perfect system. So, what you have to realize and understand is your start time and your end time. When you turn the apps on, if you're home and you're ready to go out the door, make sure and wait before going out that door if you got anything coming in. If nothing is coming in, you wait. Unless you have somewhere else to go or something else to do, always look at your time frames. Now, I've been doing Walmart Sparks for quite some time now, and I know that every 45th or the 30th or 45th of each hour, an example would be like maybe 8:30 in the morning to 8:45, deliveries start coming in. And you want to be able to pick the right ones. My standards are very simple. I don't do shop and delivers, and I rarely don't ever do returns. I go for either the batch orders or shopping orders where they come curbside to pick up and they give me the stuff and they put it in my car. I don't go in the store and I don't shop. I like to work smarter, not harder. And when you look at the balance of the money of how much you make, working smarter is a lot better. Let them do all the hard work. You just basically show up, load the car up with them, and you take off and just drop it off to the customer. That's it. Pure and simple. The same thing with food deliveries, DoorDash, Grubhub. You pick it up at the store, boom, boom. Now, the best part is when you combine all the apps together, if Sparks is slow, then you can turn on DoorDash and work it until the next 30 or 45th of the hour for sparks. You want income to always be generating every hour on the hour until you get better and better and better in your market working your hours. Okay? So keeping that in mind, when you're building out your week, give yourself a nice work-life balance. Know the hours that you want to work so that you don't burn yourself out, so that you don't suffer from burnout. Okay? Because, when you're doing this repetitively, constantly, it can set off your emotions, it can set off your feelings. You can either experience boredom, frustration, aggravation. But again, like I've always stated, you have to be in control of your emotions. You are your own boss. And the best way to do that is to always distract yourself and do something and just work within the flow. Start time, end time. Anything that happens in between, you just work in the flow. If you follow those strategies, you will be guaranteed to make income stream every day. Okay, and that's all listen, that's the best you can do. Beyond that, there's nothing else you can do. It's very simplistic. There are hundreds of people doing it out there. They all have their stake and claim in the gig economy. You deserve it as well too. I've been doing it for 6 years. I've seen so many changes going along the way, but I never gave up hope, and I never gave up and believing that there was not enough money out there. You just have to adapt. Even now, I'm adapting right now, doing this YouTube content creation and giving you my 6 years of experience. And hopefully, as I build my YouTube channel, I'll be able to share my experiences with you along the way. This way, I could show you the abundance that there is out there, not just in the gig economy, but also in doing something like this. If I can do it, you can do it. So, have a great day. Subscribe to my channel. Put any comments in the section below if you have any questions. I will do my best to reach out to you as much as possible. And good luck out there and have a great week.